Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am posting this on Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays everyone. I'm going to show you my Friday favorites for January. I always do that. I always screw up my months. I'm showing you Friday favorites for December 25th, Christmas Day. I don't really show many of random favorites. I tend to keep it mostly beauty related. I would consider this part of a beauty spa related item. They are the tea light candles. I get these at the dollar store. They come with 16 candles and they're I think like $1 just at the dollar store. Nothing fancy. They look like this, which I'm sure you guys have seen before. I like turning these on a couple hours before bed, and I like to burn some, not incense, I like to burn essential oils to kind of bring my stress levels down a bit before I go to bed, because it's hard for me to fall asleep at night sometimes, so the lit candle with the essential oil really does help. So I have been loving these. They're really inexpensive. You can get them at the dollar store for a pack of 16 for $1. So with that said, me trying to sleep at night, I've shown you this in many of my favorites before. For the last, I would say 2 weeks, I've been using this straight. This is the Sleep Lavender Chamomile Pillow Mist. I think I put this in my favorites last week, but I've continued to use it straight because I don't know what it is. I just haven't been able to fall asleep. It's not about once I get to sleep, I'm fine. It's about, falling asleep first. So this has been a great favorite of mine. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm like down to here now. I do have a backup, so it is worth it. It's $10 at Bath & Body Works, but I really do suggest this, especially if you have trouble sleeping at night. You just spray your bed sheets and your pillow with this, and it helps just kind of calm yourself when you get into bed. What I suggest you do though is you put this over your pillow and your bed sheets right before you go into your sheets, because this doesn't last too long. Like, I wouldn't suggest you put this on your bed sheets the morning of and then like that evening go into bed, and that's not how this works. You have to do it right away as soon as you get into bed. Another repeat favorite is my Hemp's Pomegranate Body Lotion. This is the Herbal Body Moisturizer, Hydrate and Renews, enriched with 100% pure organic hemp seed oil. I love this because, as you can tell, it's a very thick consistency, and in the wintertime I get really dry. This also does not have any parabens, and it's gluten-free, and it's 100% vegan. So if you guys are, more on the vegan side, definitely check this out. I found this at my local salon. You can find it at hair salons and tanning salons, but Cosmoprof, I'm pretty sure, has this, and you can get a discounted price if you have a card there. So definitely thumbs up for that. My nail polish of the week has been a repeat that I've worn before. This is the OPI Infinite Shine in the shade Set in Stone. This is just a really like cool tone stoned gray. Here, I'll show you in the light because the shadow was. So that's just a stone gray. It's got a hint of an undertone of purpley. Very, very cool tone. So I actually do really like this, and I have worn it twice in a row. So that's how you know I really dig the color. So next up, I have been using I've been using this cream for a very long time, in my opinion. It's the Origins Ginseng Hydrating Moisturizer. It's energy boosting moisturizer. I use this during the day, so before I put on my makeup, this is the skincare cream I use. Let me open it up. It smells like oranges, citrus. It's very nice to use in the daytime because it tends to wake me up. The scent will wake you up a bit. This is a very big size. This is a 2.5 ounce jar, I picked this up on a whim a while ago. I was already using this for a while, but I had the smaller jar and I really did like it. So I ended up getting the 2.7 ounce. It was, sorry, 2.5 ounce. It was a really good deal at Sephora. This was back, I would say, springtime. And so I ended up picking it up because I did not want to pass on such a great product for a fraction of the price. So this has been a definite thumbs up in my book. It's a great daytime moisturizer. If you guys are looking for a new moisturizer, definitely check that one out. So I've been using a new face primer because I finished my Professional from Benefit. I decided to opt for a drugstore primer. This is the L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur Instant Skin Smoother Oil Free. This one I was inspired to try because I had seen Nicole Guerrero talk about this years ago. I think it was maybe 3 years ago. So I ended up going to pick it up as my next primer. And I do like it. I'm wearing it underneath my makeup today. I find that it applies very nicely. It smooths out your skin as a base, and it helps your foundation just glide on with no problem. You have to be careful with this though. You don't want to use too much because it is very, I want to say silicone-y, but it's clear, so there's no pigmentation to it at all. It's not going to cover up any like redness or anything because it's completely clear, but it does blur. It does blur out your pores, so if you have some like huge pores in and around your higher cheek area, in your right below your under eye and against your nose, I get some really huge pores there, so this actually does help. I think I've been using it for a while now. I think I'm like about down to there. So I have to say it was very impressive for a drugstore primer. I tried the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer and I wasn't as, like, I had liked it in the beginning, and then as I continued using it, I wasn't really fond of it anymore. So this I've been using for about 2 weeks now and I'm actually really impressed. So definitely a gem at the drugstore. Speaking of primers, I don't really use lip primers. I don't really use lip primers for underneath lipsticks and all that kind of stuff. But I was intrigued about this. I have 2 now lip primers, but this one I've been using pretty much every time I'm using a matte lipstick. And this is the Clinique All About Lips D-Lines D-Flakes lip primer, I guess. So I don't know what's in it, to be totally honest. It's allergy tested, 100% fragrance free. I don't have the ingredient box, but when you apply it to your lips before you apply a drying lip product, it definitely helps add in moisture to your lips, and it really takes out your cracked lips. Like if you have like serious cracked lips and you don't want to exfoliate them because then they're really raw afterwards, definitely try this, because I have a whole newfound respect for a lip primer. It comes in a pump, so you just got to be careful because quite a bit comes out, and you kind of want to do half a pump because you're only covering your lip area and your lips are not as huge. I mean, for those girls that you have like really naturally big plump lips, then do a full pump. But for me, I just do half a pump and it covers both top and bottom lip, and I'm good. So this does help keep them hydrated underneath, so you're not having to pick the flakes off your lips when you have a matte lipstick on, because it ain't cute, let me tell you. So definitely have been enjoying this. This is definitely a gem. I would not really consider a staple, but now that I've used it for quite a while, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have some sort of nice lip primer in my collection. So this is a definite thumbs up. Everybody uses their regular black liner. I've got black liner on today. That's just the standard for any makeup. But sometimes when you just don't want to use black eyeliner because you're not wearing a bold eye, or you're not, you don't want to be as stand out type, You want to kind of bring it down a notch but still wear a liner. I've been using the MAC Fluid Line in the shade Great Dame. It is a gorgeous, I don't know if you guys can see this. It is like a gorgeous eggplant. Just so pretty. And I have to say, I absolutely love this liner. It came out in the hot dog collection, I think back in early fall of this year. And I'm actually really happy I picked it up. Out of the entire collection, I specifically chose this myself because I wasn't really a fan of the entire collection as a whole, but this really stood out because I don't really have anything like it. So it was, you know, my best purchase for this fall when it came to liner. It's called Great Dame. I don't know if you guys can still get your hands on it, but I'm sure there are dupes out there that could give you the same effect that this eyeliner does. I just, you know, sometimes you don't want to use black liner and you opt for an off color, whether it be a brown or a deep purple. I love deep purples because I have brown eyes and purples bring out my eyes. So this has been a thumbs up as well. I have been really keeping it low key when I'm not doing or attending holiday parties. So what I have been using is an oldie but a goodie. This is the Marcel eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Angel Dust. It's hypoallergenic and perfume free, which is great. So this is what the shade looks like. It's just like a cute pink, but it doesn't come off as a really pigmented pink. This is like a simple all over the lid, in a rush out the door type of color. I know my lighting is not the greatest, but so it's kind of very sheer, not overly pigmented. I like to brush this on all over my lid with a fluffy brush. And then what I would do is I would use my Great Dame purple liner, and it would give me just the sweetest look. Like, I can't even describe it. It was just one of those simple looks, but it looked put together without having to put too much effort. So these two together have been a favorite this week, especially when I'm not going to a huge holiday party where I deck myself out like I did today. I call this decking myself out because on a day-to-day basis, I don't really use a lot of eyeshadow, unless I'm going out or I'm going somewhere that, you know, I've got to doll up a bit. But for work and every day, I kind of keep it toned down, if you guys know what I mean. I know for the last month I was showing you the Anastasia self-made palette for the holidays. I was wearing out that palette, and I kind of wanted to change it up this week because, you know, this week is Christmas, and I'm actually filming on Christmas Eve, to be totally honest. But because this week is the week of Christmas and I've been going to holiday parties here and there and just going out with family, I have been amping up my makeup looks just for the festive season. So the look that I'm sporting today on the eyes is by the Lorac Pro palette, and I decided to crack this palette out because I've had it for so long and I haven't really made too much of a dent in it, to be totally honest. But I still love this palette because you can get so many looks. I'm wearing this look from this palette today, and I plan on using this palette for the rest of the week because I feel like I could get some really cute holiday looks. You've got your gold, you've got your burnt copper, I should say, you got your purples, and you also got like a gray, I want to say like a gray stony shade. So this is also a great option for a holiday palette as well. The reason why I chose this palette for the week of actual Christmas is because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already have this. Well, most of you, I would assume, because I know a lot of YouTubers do swear by this palette. So if you guys, you know, don't want to go out and buy the Self-Made palette by Anastasia, you're trying to save your pennies, shop your stash and definitely pull out palettes that you've had for a while, and I definitely guarantee you can come up with some sort of holiday look for the Christmas season. So, and that's what I did with this one. I, you know, shopped my stash of palettes and I took a palette I already had for well over a year and I came up with this look for Christmas Eve. So I really have been loving the Lorac Pro. This is the Pro 1 palette. In Canada, we used to get them in at Sephora, and then they took them out of Sephora. So now I get them online. Worth every penny, you guys. If you guys don't have this palette, between this one and the Self-Made palette, I would say get the Pro Lorac one because it comes with a whole line of mattes, a whole line of shimmers. You can mix and match, do all matte, do all shimmers, or do both. It's really up to you, and you can get so many looks out of this. This one's so worth it. This palette that I'm showing you is a blush palette, and this blush palette is my first blush palette from this company. I was going to get the blush palette last year. They sold out immediately. I didn't have a chance to pick it up. So I jumped on the bandwagon right away this year when Tarte came out with their blush palette for 2015. This is what it looks like. It's got rose gold packaging, which is so pretty, and then this is what the blushes look like. I don't know if this is still available, but I'm pretty sure that these blushes are available individually. I'm wearing this one right here. What is it called? Fetching. I'm currently wearing Fetching on my cheeks today, but I love this for the holidays because you can take two palettes, one for eyes, one for blush, and you can come up with so many different looks. You can even use these for eyeshadows if you guys wanted to. That's what I love about these type of blushes. Any blush really, you can turn it into an eyeshadow if you really love the color and you want to use it all over your eye. So I have been really enjoying this. I have been picking the blushes out of here for this week's looks. Just because, you know, I wanted to change it up. I wanted to spruce it up a bit for the holidays, kind of give it more of an umph. And the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes are a definite amazing product. I have a highlighter, which I'm sure you guys already know and already love. I'm currently wearing it right now on my face. It is the Becca Champagne Pop with Jaclyn Hill. I don't know who doesn't love this. You can even use it as an eyeshadow, to be honest. That's what it looks like. It is so pretty. I don't overdo it a lot with the highlighter, but because it's Christmas Eve and we are celebrating Christmas, I decided to kind of come out like a disco ball, to be honest. And I said, hey, why not? Might as well. Love Champagne Pop. I'm pretty sure it's still available on the Sephora website. So if you don't have it, I know it is a little bit more expensive of a highlighter, but it is so worth it, and this will last you for a long time. A little bit of this goes a long way, so you don't have to overuse it, and I'm telling you, it will last you for a long time. There's about 8 grams of product in here, so definitely worth every penny. My last two products are lip products, one of which I'm wearing right now. This is the Kat Von D lipstick in the shade Exorcism. This is what is on my lips right now as we speak. I just love this color. It's such a beautiful deep burgundy. Kind of matches my hair, to be totally honest. My hair right now is a deepish burgundy type. So I love this. I love the deep burgundies for the winter and fall season. I just adore this type of color when it's the cold months. I don't know why. I think everybody just loves their darker shades in the winter time, but I think it's beautiful, especially for the holidays. You can amp it up with a champagne-y look like I have going on here, or you can amp it down a bit with just a simple eye with, you know, no shadow, just liner, and that's it. But I decided to go with the eyeshadow today because, you know, I wanted to make it special for Christmas Eve. The other one that I have been wearing to holiday parties quite a bit is the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in the shade Besso. This is basically your true red. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. This is your true red. It's a very pretty blue based red, very pigmented. See, very pigmented. It dries to a matte form like this one does. It stays all day. You can kiss, you can eat, and it will not come off. I have worn this to so many parties. I've drank, I've eaten, and this will stay on for the love of God. Like, I am telling you, this will not move from your lips. If you want something that doesn't move, the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipsticks are a definite bonus. What I will say though, they are a bit expensive. I think they go for almost $40. So it is a very bit more when it comes to money, but it's so worth it. The Kat Von D liquid lipsticks are about 26 bucks, so they're almost about half, close to half. What formula I would prefer is probably the Stila one, because they're more comfortable to wear, I find, personally, for me. The Kat Von D ones are comfortable, but the Stila ones are more comfortable. Like, the Stila ones I could have on my lips and I will not know that I have color on my lips. Like, I wouldn't know I have a product on my lips. Whereas the Kat Von D ones, I definitely know I can feel that there is something on my lips. So that's the difference between the two formulas, personally, for me. They're still great, both of them. If you're on a budget, definitely go for the Kat Von D. If you're not on a budget or you want to splurge, the Stila ones are freaking amazing. That was my Friday favorites for Christmas Day. I hope you guys enjoy the holiday season. I hope you guys have a great Christmas and a New Year's. I know that New Year's Day lands on a Friday as well, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing another Friday favorites, depending if I have the same products or not. I might not, but again, I'll let you guys know. Excuse me, I don't know why I have the hiccups. But anyways, I just want to say I hope you guys enjoy your holiday, and I really hope you guys get everything you wanted this Christmas, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everybody, peace, love, and joy. Mwah.